am here at the majestic, self-healing, self-motivating, self-inspiring, you guessed it, Lauderdale by the sea. All right. I loved it so much I came back. I loved it so much I came back. Peace. What is good, everybody? What is going on? It is the one, the only, the Joey Digital. I am here at the majestic, self-healing, self-motivating, self-inspiring, you guessed it, Lauderdale by the sea. All right. I loved it so much I came back. I loved it so much I came back. Check out the rotational spin. We have the pier going on in the back. We have the ocean crashing. Powerful message today. I want to encourage you, if you have not done so as of yet, to go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification so that you may be updated when I post and create all new content. All right. Cool. Yeah. I'm here. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. Got the sun going down in the back. Let me show y'all. Man, I'm telling you, I love it out here. I always get tons and tons of energy whenever I come out here into the heart of nature at the ocean. I have a very powerful message for you all today, okay? And I'm super happy to have you all here. Before I get into the content, I want to go ahead and give y'all your flowers, let y'all know that you all are loved, you all are appreciated. All right. And I also want to thank the current subscribers as well as the new subscribers, because we have had a lot of new subscribers since the last time I created a video. So I just want to thank you all for trusting me. Thank you all for taking time and energy to check out what it is that I am creating while you do other very important things as well. All right. Just know that your presence here is greatly appreciated. All right. So yeah, I want to speak about the importance of duality. And I want to also speak on why it's important to recognize how important duality is in order for you to be able to see things in singularity. All right. If this is a message for you, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Go ahead and leave a comment below. And depending on how you feel about this video, if you feel inspired to share, definitely feel free to share this video with 2 or 3 like-minded people. All right. So duality is very important. All right. What is being shown to me this week is the importance of duality is, if you are having a blessed day, it is because you may have had a hard day previously. All right, take this if this resonates. Okay, take this if this resonates. All right, because where I'm going with this message is all right, if you have had a season. Now when I say season, I don't mean season like winter, summer, spring, and fall. It could be a stretch of time in your life. It could just be a couple of weeks. It could just be a couple of years where you have experienced hardships, where you have experienced a lot of growing pains. All right, by you going through that dark period of your life, because you are blessed now, you recognize the difference between going through that and feeling the blessing. All right, and the reason why I'm bringing it up in this magnitude is because in order to appreciate one, you have to experience the other. All right, go ahead and hit that like button. In order to experience one, you have to go through the other, and some experiences are called into your life. Some experiences happen. Nothing just happens. There's always the concept and the reason why things are happening. If it is hard, is because there is a lesson to be learned. The lesson that is to be learned is one that will help you grow and be better at what it is you are working to become. All right, so a lot of times when you go through a lot of hard times and you pray for things to be better, a lot of times it may seem as if things are getting harder before it can get better, but the realization is that now you are conscious. Now you are conscious of the realization that things are only hard because it is taking more consciousness from you to be able to focus on the lesson, on how things got that way. All right, on this channel here, we take full accountability, and the reason why we take full accountability is not because of things being hard, but because when we recognize that we are asking for things to be better, it's because we are asking for the lesson. We are asking for the blessing that comes with the lesson. We are asking for, on this journey, to find the codes to be able to unlock specific patterns in our life so that we don't repeat them. All right, and this is why in this season of your life you are experiencing blessings, because you know better. You know better than making certain decisions. You know better than creating certain instances. And let's be super transparent and say that all lessons that we learn are not all things that we go through. A lot of times we learn lessons from watching other people as well. All right, from watching other people be blessed and by watching other people experience hardship. All right, and it's not that we're looking forward to it. It's just that because we are conscious, we are learning from other people just like they are learning from us. All right, and remember, I say in all my videos, everyone is on a different level on this journey. There are people that are underneath of us that are learning to get where we are. We are on a level learning to get where someone else is at above us, and there's someone above us that's learning to get to an even higher level, an even higher level than where they are at. All right, so on and so forth, whether you go down or you go up. All right, so and when I say go down or go up, I mean if you look at the lowest level going up and then to our level, and then from our level going up. I don't mean going down. All right, now that's the duality. The duality is you have to really not that you have to be conscious. It's just something that you align with. Okay, there is no setting that says we have to be conscious. It's a thing. It's a state of mind that we align with so that we can calibrate. All right, a lot of times it is because maybe we have had a shortcoming. It is because we have prayed or worked on manifesting certain things and it did not manifest. All right, so we had to look deeper. A lot of times it is our mind that has to adjust, and we adjust and start operating and becoming the person that is better than our situation. And this is how we raise our frequency, so that we can align with things that are more blessed, so that we can align with things that are more happy, that are more justified. All right. And another thing that is shown to me dealing with duality is a lot of people, a lot of us, some of us that watch this channel have never worked before. Some of us have worked at a job here and there. Some of us are business owners. Whatever it is, as far as like your people relations, you recognize that you may have, now take this if this resonates, all right, and hit that like button. A lot of us have done the inner work. A lot of us have done the work to create a positive environment, a positive mind space. We have done the work to regulate our central nervous system before we show up anywhere. All right, now this may mean we are in heavy prayer, we are in deep meditation, we do a lot of very deep routines before we leave our house, before we arrive at a job or at a business or at a business meeting or whatever. All right, and it's a confirmation. Because we have done the work, we know how it is to be in a good headspace, to be in a happy mood, to be in a positive mind space. And because we are consciously aware of our state, we understand what we are, because we know who we are, and we know when, if we come in alignment with other people, if they're in a different mind space, we can consciously be able to focus on that and see that. All right, now I'm not saying that someone else being in a not positive mood affects us. It's just that we learn the singularity. We learn that, you know, if we are positive, we need to guard our positivity. You know, and to, you know, the untrained eye, it may seem as if we're being negative or standoffish or, you know, protected. But what really it is, what really and truly what it is that we are grounded, okay? We are grounded because we understand how important it is for us to be positive, for us to be happy, all right? And we don't, you know, especially whether you feel sovereign or you operate sovereign, we don't want to relinquish that energy and say that someone, something, someone else, something else came in and disrupted our positive energy. All right, and a lot of us have even done a lot of the inner work needed. Okay, now I just got finished speaking about positivity. Now I'm going to talk about, you know, our dark energy, or our, you know, we've integrated our shadow self, rather our shadow self. We, you know, things that we see about ourselves that we want to work on, things that we're not too confident in. You know, a lot of us have learned to integrate those areas of our aspect as well, those areas of our space as well, those areas of our life as well, so that we can be operating at 1000%. All right, and what I'm speaking about is we are fully conscious that we know what we can do to be in a good mood. We know we can pray, we know we can meditate, we know we can, some of us fast, some of us have changed our diet or our regimen, you know, to be positive. And also we are okay with our shadow self, which is, you know, areas that we know we need improvement in, no areas that we know that we may feel as if we fall short in. And we are okay with those areas because we know we are doing the work with that. So that's duality, being able to recognize you're good and being able to recognize areas that you're not good in. All right, and what I want to share with you all is that ultimately, because we are spiritual beings having a human experience, our job is to integrate anything that's dual so that it could be singularity. So it could be a singular one way, because think about it. If we are, as I just said, spiritual beings having a human experience, that means we are co-creators. That means the energy we get is from the creator, it's from God or from the universe. Use whatever name that you use. The goal is to be okay with areas that you're not confident in, and raise the confidence in those areas, and be grateful in the areas that you are blessed in, and not be in your ego in the positive areas, because there's a balance in the positive as well, like where, I've always spoken about using your ego to be confident, but I always state that, there's times and places that you use your ego. You don't use your ego everywhere. You don't use your ego in every situation. However, I do believe that it's a really great practice to use your ego when you feel like you walk into a room and everything and everyone is suggesting that maybe you're not good enough, but you're the only one that has confidence. And that's the best time to walk in that room and own the room. That's the best time to come in there and say, yeah, I belong in here. That's a perfect time to use your ego, all right? Sparingly, because the idea is, I'm not saying that there's a lot of misinformation. I'm just saying that, depending on where you go to get information, there's a lot of people that may suggest getting rid of your ego. But if you were born with an ego, it has to be used, all right? It has to be used. You just have to have a discernment on what it's being used on, all right? And a lot of us, we know, especially here in this collective, we're not gonna walk into a room and say, oh, that person is way better than me, or that person, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna walk into this room and we're gonna say, hey, I'm the hardest working person in the room, but we're gonna say it to ourselves. We're not gonna say it to the next person, all right? And we're not gonna, of course we give the same amount of respect to everyone that we give to ourselves. So it's not even a matter of everybody get behind me, it's all about me and y'all can come second. No, it's, if you're doing a little bit better than someone else, of course you reach back and you show that person, hey, look, this is what I did to go from being good to being great. And you help everyone so that everyone in the room can be on the same level and operate on the same level, and this is what I mean when I say using your ego sparingly. You can use it so long as it doesn't use you. All right, hit that like button. It's always great to be confident. Like myself personally, I've learned to really lean on my ego in instances where, especially now in watching a lot of social media, it's easy to watch somebody on level 10 and you're on level 1. It's easy. It's so easy. All you do is swipe and you'll see somebody, they're manifesting greatness. They're taking the trips. They're doing the business. And it's inspirational, but we have to remember our place in our journey. And it's always good to magnify our own journey and look at where we are in our journey so that we don't get caught up watching the next person's journey. And we give the flowers where it's due. We show that person appreciation. Hey, you inspired me. Hey, you motivated me. Hey, but it's always about you. It's always about looking back into yourself, putting the information back into yourself. I speak a lot in my videos about mirror affirmations, looking in the mirror and looking at yourself when you smile, looking at yourself when you speak life into yourself, when you speak life and love into situations that have life and love. When you look into the mirror, you actually empower the person you're looking at yourself. And it's a great practice because you don't want to wait until someone notices you or someone pats you on the back, because it may not come when you really need it. So as you know, as you learn yourself and as you are aware of yourself, you can always look at yourself for added motivation and inspiration, and give yourself your flowers, you know. And you know what happens is it takes a lot of pressure off of the next person, you know. Instead of people feeling as if they need to give you your flowers, or they need to hurry up and show you that you're doing great and stuff like that, you can kind of take a lot of the pressure off of them, and you can apply pressure on yourself and say to yourself, I want to be better today than I was yesterday. I want to be better today than I was this morning. I want to be better today more than I was last year, you know. And it's a little, you know, it's really good to keep that competitive spirit, and you don't have to impose on anybody, you don't have to project onto anybody, and you can be able to, in return, you can appreciate other people for them being themselves, and you can give them their respect or their just due, or, you know, speak life into what it is that they're doing, you know, because you recognize that you're running your own race and they're running their own race, and everything that they're doing has nothing to do with you in a positive tip, and everything you're doing is not to hold anyone else back on a positive tip, you know. Quick message, I just want to go ahead and touch base with y'all, let y'all know that I love y'all, I'm thinking of y'all. I truly appreciate the current subscribers, I really do love y'all. I appreciate the new subscribers for showing up, and I hope, wish, and pray that I am providing value, and that I continue to provide value always. All right, I'm sending y'all positive energy and love in abundance times 900 million fold. All right, love y'all, thinking of y'all. I will see you all in the very next video. Peace and love. Namaste.